Hey guys, it's the popping Crease. I have a very special guest with me here today, Warriors fast bowling all-rounder, Beyers Swanepoel. Beyers, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks, and yourself.
I'm very good, thank you. It's a hot day in Cape Town. I'm so sick of summer, I tell you.
Same here in Port Elizabeth. It's very humid.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm a winter girl. I want winter.
Can you must stay in the UK?
I wish, yes. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's get started. What made you decide that cricket was the career you wanted?
Um, well, I think growing up from a young age, I always had a bat and ball in my hand. I can just remember, I think I was about 8 years old. That big 4-3-8 game, South Africa versus Australia. Yeah, I could just remember just being on the couch, just looking at the crowd and everyone involved, and just balls flying out of the stadium. Yeah, I think on that moment as an 8 year old, I've got like the really love of the game. Um, and then onwards going into school, high school, I was very privileged to go to boarding school in Pretoria. I think that is when my cricket actually like kickstart or like jump to the next level. Yeah, very privileged to work with the one of the Morkel brothers, Milan.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, he's the oldest brother of the two of Albie and Mornay. Um, yeah, I've heard so many stories actually that he was like the better brother of them all three. Like he was actually on the verge of making it big, and then he was like injured, I think. So yeah, so he was my head of cricket at my high school in Pretoria. So yeah, very privileged to have worked with him. And also my first team coach, Almar Dori, great guy, has a lot of time for him. So yeah, so I think played a lot of sport in high school as well. Played rugby, golf, tennis, love golf. Yeah, but I just felt that who doesn't want to chase a ball on green grass for a job? So yeah, so then I just yeah take it serious in matric, and then after matric I said, all right, if I want to make it, I have to step up. So then I said, all right, cricket is the go to.
Are you like naturally talented because you're very young, but your stats are very impressive?
It's quite funny because I don't really come from a sporting family. Like my dad and mom, they played sport, but not provincial, not SA at all. So I don't know where I got the genes actually. So yeah, so I'm actually sport like my wife actually is like she's very mad at me because every time she comes home, the sport is always like the TV is always on sport. So there's never watching something else than rather than rugby, cricket, or golf, tennis, whatever it might be.
I must say that's when I was thinking of who my potential husband's going to be, I was like, they must love cricket. I can't be with someone that doesn't love cricket. So yeah, my husband
No,
loves cricket, so that's fine
yeah, so sport all the way.
all the way. Um, who were your role models growing up?
Um, I actually just have one and still have one. I think this guy is really like, well, I can familiar myself to him. Ben Stokes from England. Um, yeah, so he's just a classic all rounder, bats, fields, bowl. Um, yeah, just the type of guy that I feel I can relate myself to. Um, yeah, just thinking about the double hundred he scored in Cape Town against South Africa.
Yeah,
I think I was in 2015. I think I was grade
something
11.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, just actually from there just started following on Instagram and Facebook and read every quote and every interview and just watch like YouTube highlights of him smashing it about. So yeah, I think Ben Stokes, a true and all cricket all rounder.
Very much so.
Yeah, he's been my hero since I think I could have played cricket, and he's still being my hero, my
Oh,
role model that I look up to.
that's very cool. Have you ever met him?
Not yet. That is still a dream, actually. I've been last year to the UK, and I'm going this year again. So hopefully, I'm gonna try and see if I can meet up with him because I know a few guys that they or that knows him. So I'm just gonna try and organize maybe just a quick catch up with him, and yeah, just to finally meet the guy.
And pick his cricket brain a little bit, you know?
Yeah, see where it goes.
Have you ever met any player, past or present, that's left you like starstrucken or anything?
Not actually. Yeah, like I feel when I was still younger, like all like the good cricketers like Graham Smith and the Jock Colours and those type of guys. I think when I just break in, they were like really out of it because they're not really part of coaching in like domestic cricket, and so I don't think like to get to know them or to get to meet up with them is not actually possible unless you like quickly meet them at Spa or Checkers or something. Or just pop up them. Yeah.
Yeah, I must say the only time I've been like sort of, oh my God, is when I met Graham Smith. That was like I kept like squeezing my husband's arm, like I can't believe this Graham Smith. This is Graham Smith.
Are you dreaming or what?
Yeah, exactly. That was
Yeah,
very
man.
cool. So I am a purist. Give me Test cricket
Okay.
any day. What is your favorite format?
So I love actually all the formats. Like I love T20, I love ODI, and I love 4-day cricket. But I think I'm really good at 4-day cricket. Um, yeah, I don't think there's one that like stoots like 100% out for me. Like I'll give my best in every format. Even it's T20, 4-day, 1-day, whatever. There's just something about a red ball and white clothing. It's like a classic. It's like I feel Test cricket is cricket. There's no,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think that's the start where everything started. So I love it format, but I feel it's going towards 4-day cricket.
Yeah. I mean, then nothing beats
Yeah.
the first morning of a new Test series. You know, that anticipation, that buzz, that excitement. I love that feeling.
Yeah, nothing beats like waking up 2 a.m. in the morning to watch the first ball of the Ashes. There's nothing better than that.
I must say, I got very tired of waking up at 2 in the morning this past summer when South Africa was like, okay, I don't really want to watch Australia piling on the runs anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So you mentioned T20. Are you following the SA20 at all?
I do, yes. I had a privilege to be part of the SA 11 that played 2 warm-up games against Mumbai Indians early the first week in January.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was actually like a little taste of it, and I was like sort part of the training group at Sunrisers. Played a few warm-up games with them. Like be at training, be in the squad, like rub shoulders. Actually, I've met Dale Steyn in one of the sessions, so he's
Oh,
actually quite a big.
that's very
Yeah,
cool.
he's not actually quite a big role model, but I just feel like Ben Stokes is like more suitable to me. So yeah, so I am following it, and I'm really like excited to see where this is going in the next few years. If the first year is like this good, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I must say I was very skeptical about the SA20 given the past experiences we've had with, you know, South Africa trying to put up T20 tournaments, but pleasantly surprised.
Exactly.
I missed it in that week that it wasn't playing. So yeah,
Yeah.
glad it's been a success.
No, definitely.
So the 4-day series kicks off again soon. The Warriors play only
Yes.
next weekend though, so it's been a fair while since you last played. You were in
Yes.
incredible form before. Like, what did you have? I got your stats there. 13 wickets at 14. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Thank you very much.
What do you do to stay in form? How can you like try and just stay in form? What do you do to try and, you know, in this 12 weeks?
Well, I just feel like you getting paid to do this job. So there's no time to lack or time to take, I don't know what, like sort of a break, because I feel like every day is opportunity to be better. So yeah, also in this, I think our last game was on the 22nd of December. But then I played the 2 warm-up games against Mumbai Indians, so that was on the 7th and the 8th. So I think from that until up to now, it's all about just get your focus again on red ball cricket. Coming back to the basics, and I feel there's a lot of things you can take for granted, but I feel the work that you've been doing to get you there, if you just stick to that, stick to the basics, then you'll just stay in form, stay in touch, stay in the process. So I don't feel there's something major that like keep me informed. yeah, I just feel like if you do the basics long enough, you'll reap the reward definitely.
I 100% agree. That's something I harp on about on my channel. For South Africa, just do the basics right, and there's no excuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So in this crazy world that we live in now, hectic, just stress everywhere, everyone needs a way to unwind. Mine used to be cricket, but often now I need to get away from cricket because it's just so much of it. So my new thing's reading Harry Potter.
Reading.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Just I only read Harry Potter. I don't care to read anything else, to be honest. Just Harry Potter. But how do you unwind after like a long day or something?
So obviously, being a cricketer, you're always being like active, like sport. But I just think if you take away from the game, I like a very big dog lover. So yeah, me and my wife we got a cocker spaniel. So yeah, his name is Cooper. So love walking with him. Now that I'm living at the beach and the sea, so it's just like a 5 minute drive from it. So we can easily just go
Nice.
to the beach, take a swim, play with the ball. And then you're in the cricket season, you don't have a lot of time to spend with your wife and family. So yeah, so if we have the time, we love to do like coffee dates. Especially now in Port Elizabeth, there's so much coffee, like restaurants and places. So yeah, so we like to explore every one of them. So yeah, that's just taking away from the game, just like cutting off mentally and physically, just for a few like hours or what, and then the next morning get back into the gym, get back into training, focus on the next thing, and then as soon as you get home, you're like, it's myself time, my wife's time. So yeah, so I just feel just keep it simple.
Very cool. Very good. And you're so young, but you're very wise.
Thank you very much.
And
I
finally,
feel old.
oh, well, no.
Like 25 is so old. I'm turning 25 this year, and that
Yeah,
feels like
you're a baby, so
yeah.
I wanted to ask one final question. So you were kind enough to follow me on all my channels. How did you discover me?
I don't think I discovered you. I think my wife discovered you. I think my wife discovered you.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah.
thank you, wife.
Like I said, you'll see it like on your social media pages. I didn't think you'll never stop seeing again.
Well, I thank her. Thank you very much. I
I'll
started
thank it too.
I started this thing 6 years ago, and I honestly wondered, am I ever going to get 100 followers? And now 6 years later, I'm nearing 10,000. So I'm quite
Exactly.
pleasantly
You see
surprised.
how things develop when
I
you're
know.
speaking the truth.
With a little bit of patience as well.
Exactly. Patience is the name of the game.
Absolutely. Yes. Hey,
Yes.
Test cricket, it's all about patience. Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much for your time. That's all I wanted to ask you. It's been an absolute
Thank you very
pleasure
much.
to speak to you. And I wish you
Yeah,
all the
same to
very
you.
best in the 4-day series.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, have a good one.
Thank you, you too.